Hey guys, Buster here. I won't waste your time with an overly long intro. I think the first Sonic game is kinda overrated. Now before you start sending me death threats in the comments section, please just listen to my reasons first. I want to talk about the fact that whenever people talk about this game, they kinda just forget the fact the game has a lot of game design flaws, and before you say, Buster, it's the first Sonic game, they were just experimenting with everything. Yeah, I do understand your point there. That doesn't make it any less susceptible to criticism. And I don't want this video to be just blatant hate, since I want to talk about the positive parts of this game as well. Also, we will only be talking about the original Genesis version. With that out of the way, let's get into this. Well, I guess there's no better place to start than Green Hill Zone. This zone introduces you to all the most important mechanics, which of course are the Badniks, Monders, rings, collapsing platforms, and most importantly, Sonic's speed and physics. This level feels great to go through and play, and the zone itself is beautiful. This level truly demonstrates Sonic's potential in the best way possible. The boss battle against Eggman here is, well, piss easy since you just gotta jump at him a few times to avoid his wrecking ball. But like I said earlier, it's first zone, so it's hard to be critical of it. Also, before we go to Marble Zone, I have to mention something I like to call the Sonic the Hedgehog cycle. How most people play Sonic 1 is that they easily breeze through Green Hill Zone, but after getting game over in Marble Zone, they shut off the console only to not touch the game for 2 months and the cycle repeats. So, here's Marble Zone, and it's truly one of the levels of all time. The zone throws out the speed part of Sonic and focuses on more slow and precise platforming, which by itself isn't much of an issue until you realize how it's executed. Some highlights of these levels are slowly waiting for the Spike Rush to come down so you can jump on top of it, slowly having to stand on this cube and make jumps. This level has tons of these sections and they stretch out for way longer than they should. There are also occasionally dead ends, and it makes it a painful and fun level to play through. I don't mind slow-paced gameplay, but this is not how you do it. Also, this enemy can go itself. The boss in this zone is arguably just as easy as the first zone. You have to avoid the flames by jumping between the 2 blocks while trying to hit him. Nothing offensive in the game design department. Next, we got Spring Yard Zone, and this one is kind of fun with its gimmicks. It reminds you of Casino Night Zone with a lot of springs and all these bumpers. However, I do think this level looks the least interesting of them all. It just feels like a random mismatch of objects, and at times I feel like I'm just running around aimlessly. There are also a few slow sections where you go down these platforms, though it's not nearly as bad as it was in Marble Zone. The boss fight is also slow paced, but this one I'm okay with since it was an alright idea. You gotta wait for Eggman to strike the ground and take a piece away from it and hit him while at it, while also making sure you don't fall. Now we have Marble Zone, and this is by far the least fun zone in the entire game. Here's how to create Labyrinth Zone in less than 1 minute. Take Marble Zone, but fill it to the brim with water, have Sonic speed, and also add a lot of more annoying obstacles. The water wouldn't be too annoying, but you move super slow and cannot swim. And you have a breath meter you need to fill by collecting air bubbles. Also, I might as well get this out of the way. The journey music probably gave some kids nightmares. There are a lot of places where there's little indication of where to go, and in some parts you will just slowly die because you have no idea what you're doing, as well as a lot of blind jumps. I do think this zone looks nice, but with the incredibly frustrating gameplay, it's very hard to actually sit down and enjoy. Also, the third zone has this infinite waterfall section where you have to jump at a specific point to activate a switch, so you can get out that way. How is the average 6-year-old supposed to figure this out? Are they just expecting you to spam the A button? Which is fair, I'm sure most people went into the zone thinking if they could just spam A, they could swim. The boss is also very easy. You just have to chase Eggman up this platforming section, and you don't even have to hit him once. So here we have Starlight Zone, and here's another fun one. This one is kind of gimmicky. There's these fans that push you, but there's also these seesaws, and there's also these platforms you have to manually interact with so they move. This level can be really annoying with how the swing shots you into some parts, and the amount of blind jumps you have to take. This is a big issue when you can just fall into the infinite void, which makes rings almost meaningless, especially when put in context how late we are in the game. I honestly don't know how to describe the look or feel of the level. It kind of reminds me of a roller coaster that hasn't been fully constructed yet. The boss battle in this level was honestly kind of fun. You had to use these seesaws and wait for bombs to land on them so you can throw them back at Eggman. I wish more of the bosses took the level's gimmicks into effects like this. Lastly, we have Scrap Brain Zone, which is a heavy mechanical and science feel. However, at the cost of some parts being annoying. Most of the obstacles in this zone are constantly spin, which makes them hard to navigate, and there are also these disappearing blocks. Are there any Mega Man fans watching this video? Most of the zone has a lot of gotcha moments. If you are accidentally going at a pace it doesn't want you to be at, which is something that is never obvious. Especially since this zone continues with the tradition of blind drops and jumps. Oh, and the final zone is a water stage for some reason. And this time it's even more annoying due to how limited the air bubbles are. Also, I'm pretty sure the Iron Spike Ball at the end's sole purpose is to drain you with your rings. To end this game off, there was one final boss battle, where you have to avoid these energy pellets and hit Eggman while avoid being crushed by these pistons. This is a completely fine boss, but I wish there was a little hint of where Eggman could come from, instead of it just being random. So that was Sonic... Wait, hold on. Oh, I forgot about you. If you got 50 rings and hold on to them by the end of the stage, you get access to a special stage, and I have no idea what I'm looking at. These are fever dreams. I don't think these are nearly as bad as people say they are, but it's still not great. There's a lot of memorization, and most of it is just you getting thrown around with little control over yourself. Beating one of these gets you a Chaos Emerald, and you can get all 6 of them to get an alternative ending. I could look up on Google. Yeah, Supersonic was not a thing when this game released, but it's kind of funny because there's literally a bullet point on the back that says, "It's Supersonic." So that was Sonic 1. It definitely hasn't aged the greatest, and while do suggest playing it, please, either play the mobile ports or on some sort of collection. You will need that save state functionality if you want to keep your sanity. Eventually I'll be checking out the other classic Sonic games, but those are for another day. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to throw me some money, I do exclusive review videos on Patreon. And in this week's video, I did a little overview of Sonic Eraser, which is a Sonic puzzle game that has been lost to time. And for $3 a month, I will share early snippets of scripts and clips of my future videos. And for $5 a month, I'll just upload other behind the scenes things that happen for my videos. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.